All right, let me get the previews out of the way. The Carolina Panthers will be taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next Sunday in their building. Last time these two teams met was last year. It was the first game of the regular season. They won in a close one, and this was when Derek Anderson was starting. Cam Newton didn't play both of those games due to injuries. He filled in nicely. Big ups to DA. In order for the Carolina Panthers to get their fourth win of the season, they got to, have a play zone, man-to-man, have blitz packages, just do whatever it takes to perplex Jameis Winston. Don't let him pick you apart. For the Panthers defense versus the Buccaneers offense. As for the Buccaneers defense versus the Panthers offense, don't turn the ball over. Make good decisions. If you see an opening, take it. So I think this game will be close, just like last year's both contests between the two teams, and the Carolina Panthers will get their fourth win of the season and heading to bye week before taking on the Seattle Seahawks. But they got to go to Seattle. That's a hornet's nest. Oh my goodness. So as for today's game between the New Orleans Saints versus the Carolina Panthers, they're undefeated. Well, still undefeated. 27-22, the final score over winless New Orleans Saints. Passing yards for both teams. Luke McCown, 31 for 38, 310 yards, 1 interception. Mark Ingram, 14 carries, 50 yards, 1 touchdown. Receiving yards, Brandon Cooks, 7 receptions, 79 yards for the New Orleans Saints. Now for Carolina Panthers, Cam Newton went 20 for 31, 315 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown. Jonathan Stewart, 14 carries, 52 yards. Receiving yards, Greg Olsen, 8 receptions, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. He could have went $150 or more. That's just my personal opinion. Now, the game ball goes to the offense. Excellent job. Cam Newton did his thing. He didn't turn the ball over. Yes, he missed some receivers when they're open. You're going to get that from Cam from time to time. When he threw the ball, the receivers caught it. Yes, there were 1 drop, but I can live with that. That's awesome. I want to see that every time y'all play. Maybe I'm expecting too much, but that's what I want to see. I want the Panthers wide receiving core stepping up. Because Kelvin Benjamin ain't walking through that door this season. And Greg Olsen was a beast. The Saints defense just couldn't do anything about it. They couldn't do jack spit. Okay. The Panthers secondary for the second straight week, in my book, they get a game ball as well. Josh Norman, game-saving interception, awesome catch, doing it in style, love it. I love it. So, now there's some things I don't like about the game. Most of the penalties for the Carolina Panthers come from the defense. I mean, they're just not playing smart right now, and it just infuriates me. And the fact that they couldn't get a sack or a hit on Luke McCown, just let him pick you to pieces. You let him go Bernie Kosar, Joe Montana on you. I'm just like, bruh, really? That's scary. So, I know he dink and dunk and everything, but you gotta find a way to sack him. Do something. And I know the defensive line are roughed up a bit because of the injuries. Charles Johnson looked like he re-injured his hamstring. So it's amazing I mean, the Panthers are doing it without Luke Kuechly. If I'm Carolina Panthers, I wouldn't start Luke Kuechly in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. I'd send him out too. That's just me. Let him rest. Let him get his rest and get ready for the Seattle Seahawks game. So, but hey, that's just me. That's my opinion. So, as for the New Orleans Saints, they're 0-3. And they host a home game next Sunday against the Dallas Cowboys. Your defense still stinks. The offense did everything it could to win the game for the team. I'm going to give Luke McCown a ton of props, but got to criticize him a little bit because of that one particular interception. It was underthrown to Brandon Cooks, I think it was. And somehow, some way, the critics, including ESPN and everybody else, are like, wait a minute, he played a spectacular game, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, nah. Yes, the stats are great and all, but no, scratch good. I mean, great. They're good, but here's the problem. He threw an interception that could have been a game-winning touchdown. Could have beat the Carolina Panthers. I mean, the New Orleans Saints had opportunities to do just that and let it slip through their fingers. Now, if they don't beat the Dallas Cowboys, they'll be 0-4. And that's a scary thought for a Saints fan. Scary thought for Saints fans. So, I just wish they'd get rid of Chris Myers and Rondé Barber. David Shula, according to Chris Myers. Who in the world is David Shula? I know you mentioned Mike Shula, the offensive coordinator for Carolina Panthers, but David Shula? Where did you get that from? I mean, it's bad enough you got the punch-drunk Rondé Barber. Now you got Chris Myers. He went from being good to sounding punch-drunk like Rondé Barber. I don't get it. I just don't. With that, throwing y'all a salute. Various Thoughts Volume 103 will be out between later on tonight or tomorrow. What's your thoughts on today's game and upcoming Sunday's game on the road against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Salute. Peace.